Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. I saw two headlines today that I decoded that I will share for the upcoming Super Bowl. You might find this fascinating or helpful in your sports predictions. To me, it's all about showing how the whole game's rigged, and it's rigged by the numbers. So I noticed that the Super Bowl referee is Clete Blakeman, a former college player who played in Omaha, a word Peyton Manning loves to call out. And in his NFL career as a referee, the Broncos are 5-0 when he's officiating heading into Super Bowl 50, which reminds me of the 49ers who were once 5-0 in Super Bowls before losing to the Baltimore Ravens in Super Bowl 47, the one between the Harbaugh brothers with a 33-minute blackout. So anyhow, check this out. The name Clete Blakeman, which is a very interesting name, has gematria of 41, just like Super Bowl, just like Broncos. This is the first Super Bowl he's doing, a big one, number 50. Notice that the name Blakeman also has gematria of 23. I just want to remind you that the number 83 is the 23rd prime. Football equals 83. Colorado equals 83. Peyton Manning born on the 83rd day of the year. In simple English gematria, the name Clete is 45, just like Bears equals 45, just like this Super Bowl's on a date with 45 numerology. There's a lot of tributes for the Bears this year that play out of Chicago. This is the 46th Super Bowl of the modern era. Chicago in gematria equals 46. The NFL, the first two teams were established in 1920 in Chicago. Just interesting how his numbers line up there. He recently refereed the game between the Cardinals and the Packers that finished in overtime 26-20, a sum of 46 points in the year of the 46th Super Bowl of the modern era. The Arizona Cardinals, originally the Chicago Cardinals, established in 1920. Anyhow, that game ended. Crazy finish, 46 points. You might remember Aaron Rodgers' Hail Mary from the 41-yard line. Green Bay also equals 41. I think that play was scripted so that even if it didn't work, it was okay, because then it would have finished with 33 points down in Arizona on the 33rd parallel. The G on the side of the helmet of the Packers represents 33 in Freemasonry. Brett Favre, originally the 33rd pick by the Atlanta Falcons on the 33rd parallel, traded to the Packers, where he went on to have his Hall of Fame career. Had his number retired this past year by the numbers. Anyhow, back to this. With regards to that game finishing 46, this year being the 46th Super Bowl of the modern era, it's in Levi's Stadium where he'll be officiating, having gematria of 46th. Levi's Stadium also has gematria of 55. For the Broncos, it's their 55th year of existence. Levi's Stadium equals Denver Broncos in simple English gematria. The word Satan also has a gematria of 55. The Church of Satan was established in San Francisco in the year 66, the season of the first Super Bowl. And with regards to Satan, the word satanic has gematria of 67, just like Levi's in simple English gematria. Interesting to note, relationship between 66 and 67. Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible, has a gematria connection to 67. Moving on, this latest game that Clete did for the Broncos, making them 5-0, was against the Chargers. Look at the sum of the score, 24-17, a sum of 41 points. Broncos equals 41. Clete Blakeman equals 41. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. We're getting headlines about how the Chargers are moving to LA in 2017. He was also involved in the Deflategate game that finished with 45 points, 45-7. Patriots won the AFC Championship, went on to win the Super Bowl. This year it was the big theme. The Broncos knocked out the Deflategators. Opened up their season with headset gate against the Steelers. I got videos on all of it. Information you need to know. And speaking of 41 and Deflategate equals 41. Clete Blakeman, the referee for Deflategate. Just amazing how they sync this stuff up. It's because they're Freemasons and they operate by this code. I'm not supposed to know this code, Truth Seeker. I figured it out just from watching and doodling and trying to figure out what these crazy people were up to. Figured out it was gematria all this time. The crazy Freemasons who run it all. Doing it by the numbers, using this numerology gematria language. So anyhow, here he is, played QB at Nebraska, Omaha. Omaha, the word has gematria 38. The Super Bowl's on the 38th day of the year. Colorado's the 38th state. Colorado equals 38. All this stuff, very interesting for the upcoming game, this information. It was a big deal in the AFC Championship that Hockley was doing the game, who was 8-0 with the Broncos. And back in October, I said that this Super Bowl was rigged for the Broncos. It looked like they had a free gift to go here. Manning has the life lesson number of 50. Elway does. Whole bunch more. 7th Super Bowl for Elway this year in the time he's been with the team. They're wearing white this year, like when he was wearing white for his retirement Super Bowl 33 win. This very well could be Manning's retirement. Will he retire a winner or as a loser remains to be seen. Most of his career he's been a loser. But this might be the one for him. The only Super Bowl he's ever won was over the Chicago Bears, 29-17, a sum of 46 points against Chicago equals 46. That's the 46th Super Bowl of the modern era. He'd go out in Super Bowls 2-2. Revelation has 22 chapters. Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. A lot of 66 connections in the NFL to this Super Bowl. Aside from the ref, this story also came out today. Super Bowl grounds crew fumbles end zone paint job. Supposedly they painted both ends for the Broncos. Denver Broncos, simple English gematria, 154. Levi Stadium, 154. And here's the rest. This story comes on the 16-year anniversary of the Super Bowl 33 win, a date on 33 numerology that John Elway won in his 16th season. It's now 16 years later. It was a date with 131 numerology. Super Bowl equals 131. Championship equals 131. 57 equals 131. Osweiler's the 57th pick of his draft. With regards to 16, it's the only number when written out that has gematria of 33 the small way, 96 the big way. This is the 96th year of the NFL. Freemason equals 96. Freemasons created football. Everything lines up very nice for Denver this year. That said, Elway and Manning have lost more in Super Bowls than won, and perhaps it's a perfect alignment for the Panthers to win. After all, Ron Rivera played for the 85 Bears that won 46-10, part of the 13-game winning streak by the NFC in Super Bowls that was ended by the Broncos in Super Bowl 32 with Elway. Broncos winning back-to-back Super Bowl 32, 33 over the Packers and over the Falcons. The two teams from the states with 44 gematria, only Wisconsin and Georgia have gematria 44. This year, this season, week 2, the date had 44 numerology. The only two games with 44 scores were won by the Packers and the Falcons. No coincidence. It's a league by the numbers. That tribute very well might have been for the Broncos and what's to come for them. Falcons were the only team to upset the Panthers this year. The media gave us this story showing how they had to white out where they did Broncos by accident. Both end zones were supposedly Broncos. So we'll see what happens soon enough. But these headlines and all the scripting for the Broncos this year make me think they might take it. Until next time.